Alright, today I'm going to be ranking the Indiana Jones movies from worst to best. And I was going to use footage from the Indiana Jones game for the background, but I did not like the game and I did not even bother getting clips for it, so we're going to have to use Uncharted footage for today. Okay, coming in at last place, place number 5, easily the worst Indiana Jones movie, we have Dial of Destiny. This movie is pretty bad. I remember when it came out, I was kind of like coping with it. Like I was kind of trying to want to like it, but then like the more I thought about it and then I saw it again, I was like, yeah, like this movie isn't really all that. Um, First thing, I'll start with the positives. I think Mads Mikkelsen is great as a villain. He's always great in everything. Um, but yeah, he's a good villain, even though he should have died at the beginning by getting hit in the head on the train sequence. Then that's the other thing. The train sequence at the beginning was really good too. I think the de-aging works for the most part. Sometimes it looks a little fake, but other times it looks really, really good, and I could kind of ignore when it looks bad. So yeah, that's easily the best part of the movie is the beginning, and I do like the time travel aspect of the movie. I think that is very. I think it's pretty interesting as well. Okay, those are the only positives about the movie that I have. So going into the negatives, first thing, besides the first scene of the movie, all of the action scenes are really not really fun to watch. There are a lot of chase scenes and vehicles, and they're not really shot the best. They have some really bad green screen effects. They're just not really good or entertaining. And that's the other thing. The whole middle part of the movie is also kind of slow and not really entertaining either. We have characters like Helena, who I think is kind of irritating. She has like a little kid with her. He's kind of like a short round 2.0. He's not really fun either. We have Puss in Boots at a later part of the movie, which is cool, but he's barely in the movie and like he doesn't really have much to do either. It's just the whole middle part is just kind of like meh. Like you just kind of forget about it. And I feel like the whole movie also has a kind of like ugly filter over it. It's like a yellowish brownish filter or something like that. I don't know. It's it's just not really a good looking movie to me. And last thing I'll say is I don't think the movie is bad because of James Mangold. I was worried when I heard that Steven Spielberg was leaving the project, but um I think James Mangold did the best he could. I don't think he wrote the movie. I don't know actually. But even if Spielberg did direct this one, I don't know if it would make it that much better, honestly, just because I think the writing for this one was just not really that good. Um, Also, I know a lot of people were kind of upset that they killed Mutt off screen, which is weird because a lot of people hate Mutt, so I was confused about that. But I didn't really mind it. I mean, it was kind of obvious he wasn't going to be in this movie, um, and I feel like killing him off screen kind of like I don't know, it didn't really bother me or anything. Also, I'll say this ending was kind of like depressing. I mean, Indy wants to stay in the past, right? He gets knocked out and forced to come back, and then like it's just kind of random how quickly it wraps up with Marion showing up, and it's like okay, like yay, they're back together, but it's like okay, well the first movie, not the first movie, the one before this one, fourth movie ended the same way with them getting back together, but that was a lot better because they had like a whole wedding and everything. It was just more like a happy feeling. This one is more like oh shit, he just got knocked out. Oh what the fuck, we're back in his crappy New York apartment, and his ex-wife shows up. And I don't know, it just didn't really hit in the way I think they wanted it to. Coming in at fourth place is Indiana Jones 4: Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Um, I like this movie. I never understood all of the hate it got. To me, I think it's kind of like how the prequels got a lot of hate by those Star Wars fans, and they're just a bunch of big weirdos that made a big deal out of it when it really wasn't that serious. I think those same people kind of attacked this movie. But yeah, I feel like it's obvious that it's not as good as the first three, but it's still a good movie. It's still fine, and I don't know. I really like it. It's entertaining. I think the intro is really cool with like the whole Area 51 warehouse. I like the Soviets as the new villains because we've already had Nazis done twice in the Thuggies and the second one. So the villains are cool. Kate Blanchett is fine. She's not like amazing, but she's fine. She's not a bad villain at all. Um, I like Shia LaBeouf as Mutt Williams. I think he's a really fun sidekick. Again, I never understood the hate for him. I never thought he was annoying. I thought he was fine, and he was a good choice to play Indy's son. I just feel like the whole dynamic with him and Indiana were what was done very well. Also, I really like the action in this movie. Again, it's not as good as the other three movies, but it's still a really solid, adventure movie with the action scenes. There's a chase through like the university towards the beginning. Again, the Area 51 intro was really fun. The whole jungle chase was good too, and then the part with the ants, like I don't know, it's hella cool. It's a really fun movie. The only nitpick I have, well, maybe it's a little more than a nitpick, but I do think it's a little dumb when Mutt's swinging with the monkeys. Not because I don't think the monkeys are cool or anything. I don't think it looks bad. It's just more like how is he swinging on vines and catching up with those vehicles that are like going like what 40 miles an hour at least or something through the jungle. It's like I just don't really see how he can catch up with them. But other than that, it's a fine movie. I don't think Marion has much to do in the movie, but she does show up like a little over halfway, and I think she's fine. It's fun to see her back, and again, she kind of needs to be there for that ending to happen. And the ending, of course, is the two of them, Indy and Marion, getting married. I do think it's actually a really good ending. Um, Probably my second favorite ending. If not, might actually be my first favorite ending. But yeah, it's just a nice, sweet ending. I like how Mutt's about to pick up the hat, and Indy takes the hat from him. He's like, nope, because I mean, even though I like Mutt, even though I like Shia LaBeouf, I don't think him getting his like spin-off movies would have ever been a good idea. So, oh yeah, and before I forget, um, Ray Winstone's character, I like the actor, but his character is kind of like goofy to me. I can never really figure out what side he's supposed to be on, but it's fine, I guess. Like that never really bothered me too much. But then the fact that like he dies at the end and it's supposed to kind of be like emotional, I just never really like felt anything when he died. And it's like okay, he's gone, and like I don't know, I never really cared. But yeah, okay, coming in at third place is going to be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I love this movie. I love all these movies except for number five. But yeah, this movie's fun, dude. It might be the most action-packed one, honestly. It's definitely the darkest one. I love the character that this movie has to it. I also feel like John Williams. I haven't mentioned John Williams once yet, but I feel like his music for this movie is so like unique. It's just very different from the other movies, and it's different from a lot of his other movies that he's done. I don't really have much to say about the movie, but again, I like how dark it is. I like the colors of it. It's a lot of like dark colors, a lot of red, a lot of orange, um, and yeah, it's just a very fun movie. I do think out of the original three, this does have the weakest villain, and I also feel like it has the weakest like artifact thing. Like I'm forgetting what they're called. I think they're called Shankara stones. It's like those like little like potato looking rocks. I never really understood the deal with those, and I don't know. They're just never that interesting to me. But they didn't really have to be for the movie to work. So, but yeah, that's why I have it in third place. Second place, I have Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love this movie. This is probably the one I saw the most as a kid. Um, yeah, it's great. It's a fun adventure movie. It's the one that started it all. I love Belloc. I think he's the best villain of the series. Um, yeah, I mean, what is there to say that hasn't been said already about this movie? One thing, actually, that is not said that much is that the ending is a little odd. I like it. I like the ending, but it's just kind of random. Where Indy's like, "Oh, like don't look Marion," blah blah blah. Because like, how does he know that? And I thought he didn't believe in this stuff. So why is he saying that? And then they never really address it again, like character wise, of like oh like he's never like oh I used to not believe in this stuff and now I saw it and blah blah blah. It's like no, like he just kind of ignores it and then like moves on. But that's just a nitpick, nothing crazy. But yeah, it's a pretty I might consider this movie to be perfect. I don't really think there's anything wrong with it. I just prefer the first place movie a little more. All right, coming in at first place is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I love this movie. I mean, again, I love most of these movies. I don't really know what to say that hasn't really been said before about this movie because everyone likes this one too for the most part. But yeah, I like that the Nazis are back. I like the villains in this movie. I like Elsa. I like Walter Donovan. They're good. Um, I'm so glad that Sean Connery is here as Indy's dad. I feel like that just adds a whole other dynamic to the movie that I think makes this one really unique. I feel like this is the most personal Indiana Jones movie for like the character of Indy. And I feel like there's something you haven't really talked about yet is Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. He's a I mean he's perfect casting. I don't really know who else can do it other than River Phoenix, but but yeah, I mean, it's great. Again, this is the most heartfelt movie. This is the most personal one. Might also be the funniest one too. But yeah, it's just great. It has the edge over Raiders to me because of these reasons, and also this has my favorite like little artifact that they go after in this one, the Holy Grail. I just think it's really interesting, and I remember the first time I saw this, it was just so fun to kind of discover the things that they were talking about as they're going through the movie. It was just really fun to like to kind of figure everything out. And I think the trials at the end are really cool, and the night at the end is pretty cool. It's very supernatural, but I never had a problem with that stuff. Forgot to mention it in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull part, but I never minded the aliens either. I always thought that was really cool. Yeah, this is easily my favorite Indiana Jones movie. Also, I think it probably has my favorite score out of all the movies too, with John Williams. Um, but yeah, just great, lots of fun, and yeah, I do think it was a good ending for the original trilogy. But I am glad that we ended up getting Crystal Skull after this. But yeah, you guys can just go ahead and let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about my ranking? What would you switch? Like, what are your personal rankings? What do you agree with me on? What do you disagree with me on? And if anyone does end up commenting and letting me know your thoughts, I'm curious to know how old you guys are because not trying to sound creepy, but like I found that like a lot of older Indiana Jones fans are the ones that really hate Crystal Skull and really like Dial of Destiny, at least more than Crystal Skull. It's always like someone in like their 40s or older that like really hated Crystal Skull when it came out or something. And I'm younger. I'm 22, and I feel like a lot of my friends that have seen the movie, like we really don't mind Crystal Skull. We really enjoy it, and Dial of Destiny is the one we don't like. So yeah, I'm just curious. I just want to know what age range you guys are in, or how old you were when you first saw these movies, and just because I feel like it provides some context here. Um, but I think that's it for the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let me know what ranking I should do next. Thank you.